What if real leadership isn't about being the first one up the ladder, but about holding it steady so others can climb? On this Mother's Day, I want to talk about the kind of leadership that rarely makes the headlines, but always makes a difference. It's not flashy, it's not always rewarded, but it's foundational. And today we're diving into the kind of leadership that mothers model every day: selfless sacrifice. My mom made a huge impact on me, not just in big life lessons, but in the quiet daily moments that modeled what it means to lead through love and selflessness. She taught me how to connect with others by the way she connected with me. I still remember coming home from school, stepping off the bus, and there she was, with a snack ready and her full attention on me. She didn't talk about her day first, she wanted to hear about mine. She created space for my world. She found fulfillment through me and through showing up for me. That rhythm of presence, it stuck with me. Growing up, she was always the last one to sit down at the dinner table. She'd make sure everyone else had what they needed first: extra napkins, second helpings, a refill, before she even took a bite. She was one of the strongest models I've ever had of what it looks like to serve others before yourself. She often did things for me and my sisters that she didn't have to do, and I'm sure they weren't always fun, but she did them because she cared. She knew us, really knew us, and that made me want to know others the same way she knew me. And now I see those same selfless acts alive in my wife as she mothers our two boys. She's incredibly intentional, always thinking about what would bring joy to their faces. Whether it's making them special lunches, planning picnics, or creating restaurant at home nights, she gives herself in ways that often go unnoticed by our boys, but not by me. I've been shaped by these two remarkable women who show me that leadership isn't always loud, but it's always seen in the way you show up for others. So today, let's unpack 3 powerful leadership lessons we can learn from others and anyone who leads through sacrifice. So the first lesson we can learn is sacrifice builds trust. When you consistently put others first, you earn something far more valuable than attention. You earn trust. And one of the clearest pictures of that comes from the story of Ruth and Naomi in the Bible. After losing her husband, Ruth could have returned home and started fresh. No one would have blamed her, but instead she looked at Naomi and said, "Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people." She gave up comfort, certainty, and personal safety, not out of obligation, but out of loyalty. And that act of sacrifice forged unbreakable trust. It also positioned Ruth to become part of something far bigger than she could see in the moment, eventually becoming the great-grandmother of King David. That's the power of sacrificial leadership. It builds the kind of trust that outlives titles. The second lesson we can learn from moms is sacrifice isn't always grand. We tend to think sacrifice means a big, dramatic moment, but the truth is, it's often small, quiet, and repeated. Take Clara Barton, the founder of American Red Cross. She didn't set out to build a national institution. She simply kept showing up during the Civil War with bandages, bread, and care. She didn't wait to be asked. She saw a need and stepped in. Over time, those small acts of service became a movement. That's what leadership looks like. Just like my mom going last at the table, just like Clara tending to wounds on the battlefield, leadership is often found in the margins, where no one's watching. And the last lesson for today is sacrifice must be sustainable. Let's be honest, sometimes we sacrifice too far. We equate leadership with doing it all, holding it all, and fixing it all, but that's not sustainable. In Exodus 18, Moses was wearing himself out trying to lead the people of Israel by himself, judging every case, solving every dispute, and answering every need. His father-in-law Jethro stepped in and said, "What you're doing is not good. You will surely wear yourself out. Appoint capable people to help you." And Moses listened. He let go of some control to preserve his strength and to lead well long-term. That's the paradox of sacrificial leadership. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing what matters most and making space for others to lead too. So here's a simple framework to help you lead through a sacrifice in a healthy and effective way. We call it the SAC method. The S stands for see the needs. Pay attention to your team. Look for who's overwhelmed, who's quiet, who's caring more than they should. Awareness is the first step. A stands for act first. Don't wait for someone to ask. True leaders step in before they're asked. Lead by example, not just by instruction. And C stands for create capacity. Give in ways that build others up and keep yourself healthy. Sacrifice isn't about burnout. It's about generosity with wisdom. So I'd love to hear from you guys. Who has modeled this kind of leadership in your life? Was it your mom, a mentor, or a teammate? Drop their names in the comments below, or better yet, reach out to them today and say thank you. Let's take a moment this week to celebrate the people who've quietly carried more than their share, so we could carry ours. And if this episode gave you something to reflect on, do me a favor. like the episode, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more leadership conversations next week. Thanks so much for watching. And to all the moms and mother figures out there, thank you for showing us what real leadership looks like. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.